Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Heart of the Island. I'm your host, Alex.
And I'm Sophia. We are so incredibly excited to have you with us today. Honestly, I've been looking forward to recording this specific episode all week. I mean, we've covered Taipei, we've talked about the beaches in Qingjing, but today, we are going deep into the literal heart of Taiwan.
That's right. We are heading to Nantou County. Now, for those of you who are listening and maybe haven't looked at a map of Taiwan recently, Nantou is unique. It is the only landlocked county in the entire country.
Landlocked. That's a great vocabulary word to start with, Alex. Landlocked. It means a place that is entirely surrounded by land, with no coastline or ocean access.
Exactly. But don't let that fool you. Just because there's no ocean doesn't mean there's no water. In fact, some of the most beautiful water in the world is right there in the middle of the mountains.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. But before we get to the big lake, we have to talk about how we get there and the first stop on our ultimate Nantou itinerary. Well, I mean, if you're coming from Taichung or Taipei, you usually pass through a town called Puli.
Puli! You know, honestly, Puli is such an underrated gem. It's like the gateway to the mountains. And the food there? Sophia, don't even get me started.
Laughs. I knew you were going to bring up food within the first 2 minutes. But seriously, Puli is famous for a few things. They call them the 4 W's. Do you remember what they are?
Let me think. Water, wine, weather, and... oh, women?
Spot on. The water in Puli is so pure because it comes straight from the mountain springs, which is why their wine, specifically the Xiaoxing wine, is so famous. And because the water and weather are so good, the locals say it makes the women's skin beautiful.
Well, I mean, I can't argue with the science of mountain water. But speaking of Puli, we have to talk about the first must-eat item on our list. The Puli meatball, or ruyuan.
Oh, the ruyuan. For our listeners who don't know, this isn't like an Italian meatball. It's this chewy, gelatinous disc made of sweet potato starch, stuffed with pork and bamboo shoots, and then doused in this sweet and savory pink sauce.
And here is the pro tip for eating it in Puli. You don't just finish the whole thing. You eat the skin and most of the meat, but you leave a little bit of the filling and the sauce in the bowl. Then, you pour a special clear broth, which they provide for free, into the bowl to mix with the leftovers.
It's like a 2-course meal in one bowl. Honestly, it's comfort food at its finest. Oh, comfort food, that's another good phrase. It refers to food that provides a nostalgic or sentimental value, usually something warm and filling.
Totally. And while we are still in Puli, we have to mention the passion fruit. Puli produces like 90% of Taiwan's passion fruit. You can get passion fruit everything there. Juice, jam, ice cream, even passion fruit flavored rice noodles.
I love how the tartness cuts through the sweetness. Tartness, Tartness. That's the sharp, sour taste you get from citrus or passion fruit. It's so refreshing when you're traveling.
Okay, so after we've stuffed our faces in Puli, we start the climb. We're going up, Sophia. We're heading to Qingjing Farm.
Qingjing is like a dream. Every time I go there, I feel like I've been transported to the Swiss Alps. You've got the rolling green hills, the high-altitude air that feels so crisp, and of course, the sheep.
The sheep are the stars of the show. I mean, honestly, seeing 1,000 sheep running across a green mountain in Taiwan is just... it's unexpected.
It really is. They have the sheep shearing show, which is exactly what it sounds like. They shave the wool off the sheep, but it's done in such a fun, theatrical way.
And the vocabulary word for this area is misty, M-I-S-T-Y. Because Qingjing is so high up, it's often covered in a light fog or mist. It makes the whole place feel very ethereal or otherworldly.
Ethereal, wow, Alex. Bringing out the big words today. E-T-H-E-R-E-A-L. It means something so light and beautiful that it doesn't seem to be of this world. And that perfectly describes the sunrise at Qingjing.
But if you think Qingjing is high, wait until we talk about Hehuanshan. This is where the real hikers go.
Hehuanshan is legendary. It's one of the few places in Taiwan where you can actually see snow in the winter. But even in the summer, it's freezing at the peak.
I remember going there last year to see the Milky Way. Since there's almost no light pollution, that's when artificial light from cities makes it hard to see the stars. The sky at Hehuanshan is just exploding with stars.
It's breathtaking. Breathtaking, B-R-E-A-T-H-T-A-K-I-N-G. Something so beautiful it literally takes your breath away. But Alex, tell them about the Dark Sky Park.
Oh, right! Hehuanshan was officially certified as an international dark sky park. It's a huge deal for conservation and tourism. If you go, you have to bring a heavy jacket, even if it's 30 degrees Celsius down in the city. Up there, it can drop to 5 degrees easily.
Well, I mean, if you're going to freeze your toes off, you might as well have a good view, right? But let's head back down a little bit to one of my favorite spots for a Zen experience, Xitou Nature Education Area.
Xitou is like walking into a massive, ancient library. But instead of books, it's filled with giant bamboo and cedar trees.
Yes, the bamboo forests there is so iconic. It reminds me of those martial arts movies where the heroes fly through the trees and the air. Oh my gosh, the air in Xitou is full of phytoncides.
Phyton. What?
Laughs phytoncides. Phytoncides. These are organic compounds that trees emit to protect themselves from insects. But for humans, breathing them in actually reduces stress and boosts the immune system. It's literally forest bathing.
I could definitely use some forest bathing. My stress levels have been through the roof lately. And while you're in Xitou, you can't miss the Monster Village, or Yaoguai-kun.
It's so quirky. It's this Japanese-style village full of statues of mythical creatures and red lanterns. It's a bit touristy, but the Kubota bakery there makes this famous tengu bread that people line up for hours to buy.
It's all about the experience, right? Honestly, Nantou just has this way of mixing nature with these really unique cultural spots, like Jiji and Qingjing.
Oh, I love the railway nostalgia vibe of those two towns. Jiji is famous for its old railway station made entirely of cypress wood. It was actually badly damaged in the big 921 earthquake back in 1999, but they rebuilt it perfectly.
Nostalgia. Nostalgia. That's a sentimental longing for the past. When you walk around Jiji, or take the small train to Qingjing, you really feel like you've stepped back into the 1950s.
Qingjing is even more special to me because it's the end of the line. Literally, it's the last station on the Jiji branch line. It used to be a huge timber hub. You can still see the giant pond where they used to soak the wood.
And you can even try your hand at some DIY woodcrafting there. I tried to make a wooden stool once. Let's just say it was a bit wobbly.
Wobbly? W-O-B-B-L-Y, meaning it moves unsteadily from side to side. Well, Alex, at least you tried. But we cannot talk about Qingjing and Jiji without mentioning the food again. Have you had the bamboo shoot buns or zhu sunbao?
Of course. The outer skin is orange because they use sweet potato, and the inside is filled with savory bamboo shoots and minced meat. It's the perfect snack to eat while you're sitting by the tracks, watching the trains go by.
Okay, Alex. I've been patient. I've been waiting. We have to talk about the crown jewel of Nantou.
Sun Moon Lake.
Yes! Hehuanshan. I mean, honestly, is it even a trip to Taiwan if you don't go to Sun Moon Lake?
It's iconic for a reason. The lake is divided into two parts, the side that looks like a sun and the side that looks like a crescent moon, hence the name.
My favorite way to see it is by bike. Did you know the cycling path around Sun Moon Lake was named one of the most beautiful in the world by CNN?
It really is. It's mostly flat, it hugs the shoreline, and the views are just, well, picturesque. Picturesque, like a picture or a painting.
And when you get tired of biking, you take the boat across to Xuanguang Pier. And what do you find there? The most famous egg in the history of eggs.
Amas. Tea egg. Honestly, the smell of those eggs is the smell of Sun Moon Lake to me. They are simmered in local black tea and shiitake mushrooms.
Simmered? Simmered. That means to cook something gently in liquid just below the boiling point. The flavor seeps all the way into the yolk. It's salty, earthy, and just a little bit sweet.
I've seen people buy 20 eggs at once. It's crazy. But hey, when in Rome, or when in Nantou, right?
Exactly. And after the egg, you have to take the cable car, the Sun Moon Lake Ropeway. It takes you over the mountain to the Formosan Aboriginal Culture Village. The view of the lake from the top of the mountain is the best perspective you can get.
I agree. It gives you a sense of the scale of the lake. Scale. S-C-A-L-E. The size or extent of something. You realize just how massive this body of water is.
But we have to talk about the culture, too. The area around the lake is the ancestral home of the Thao people, one of Taiwan's indigenous tribes. You can see their traditional dances and try their abnormal food. Wait, no, not abnormal. I mean Aboriginal food.
Abnormal food? Sophia, I think you need more coffee.
Laughs. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I meant Aboriginal. Aboriginal. Relating to the people who have been in a region from the earliest times. The Thao food, like the grilled mochi and the bamboo tube rice, is delicious.
It really is. The bamboo tube rice has this subtle, woody aroma that you just can't get anywhere else.
Now, as the sun goes down, we have to talk about where to spend the night. And in Nantou, that means one thing: night markets.
People usually think of the big markets in Taipei, like Shilin or Raohe, but the night markets in Nantou, like the one in Puli or the Caoxiedun Night Market, have a much more local, authentic feel.
Authentic, A-U-T-H-E-N-T-I-C, meaning real, genuine, and not a copy. In these markets, you see families, local farmers, and students. It's not just for tourists.
And the variety. You've got your stinky tofu, your grilled corn, your sweet potato balls. But in Nantou, you'll also find a lot of snacks featuring local ingredients, like more of those bamboo shoots or mountain ferns.
I love the energy of a night market, the hustle and bustle, H-U-S-T-L-E and B-U-S-T-L-E. That's a common idiom for a place that is very busy and full of activity.
It's the best way to end the day. You've got your belly full of street food, you've got your souvenirs, maybe some high mountain tea or a little wooden train from Qingjing, and you're just soaking in the atmosphere.
Honestly, Alex, just talking about this makes me want to pack my bags and head to Nantou right now. I mean, we've covered so much, from the heights of Hehuanshan to the depths of Sun Moon Lake.
We really have. So, for our listeners who are planning a trip, here is a quick summary of the Nantou essentials.
Number 1, Puli for the ruyuan and passion fruit. Number 2, Qingjing for the sheep and the mountain air. Number 3, Hehuanshan for the stars. Number 4, Xitou for the forest bathing and the monster village. Number 5, Jiji and Qingjing for the history and the woodcrafts. And of course, number 6, Sun Moon Lake for the biking and the tea eggs.
It's a packed itinerary, but honestly, it's worth every second. If you're an English learner, try using some of the words we talked about today, like landlocked, picturesque, or nostalgia when you describe your next trip.
And if you're a traveler, don't be afraid to ask the locals questions. Taiwanese people are some of the friendliest in the world, especially in the countryside of Nantou. They'll probably even offer you a cup of tea.
Most likely. Well, I think that just about covers our deep dive into Nantou. Sophia, any final thoughts?
Just one. Don't forget your camera. Every corner of Nantou is a photo op. Oh, photo op, that's short for photo opportunity. A place or moment that is perfect for taking a picture.
Very true. Well, thanks for joining us today on the Heart of the Island. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sophia. We'll see you in the next episode, where we explore even more of this beautiful country.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing that English.
Bye-bye. See you next time.
Actually, Sophia, before we sign off, I just realized we didn't talk much about the actual process of getting around. I mean, I mentioned the train, but what about the buses?
Oh, that's a good point. Honestly, for a landlocked county, the Nantou buses system is surprisingly good. You can get a Taiwan tourist shuttle pass that takes you to all the major spots like Sun, Moon, Lake, and Xitou.
Shuttle. Shuttle. That's a vehicle that travels regularly back and forth over a specific route. It's way easier than driving yourself if you're not used to mountain roads.
Oh, definitely. Those mountain roads are winding. Winding, like a snake. If you get motion sickness, you definitely want to take it slow.
Motion sickness. That's when you feel nauseous or dizzy from traveling in a car or boat. I usually have to look straight ahead and not at my phone.
Same here, but the views are so good, you won't even want to look at your phone. I remember driving up to Qingjing and seeing the sea of clouds.
The Sea of Clouds, or Yunhai. It's when the clouds are below the mountain peak, so it looks like you're standing on an island in the middle of a wide ocean.
It's majestic, majestic, showing impressive beauty or scale. You know, Alex, I think Nantou is the most majestic part of Taiwan.
I couldn't agree more. Whether you're eating a tea egg or staring at the Milky Way, it just has this vibe that you can't find anywhere else.
A vibe, V-I-B-E. That's a slang word for the atmosphere or feeling of a place, and Nantou's vibe is definitely 10 out of 10.
Totally. All right, for real this time, we are out of here. Thanks for listening.
Catch you later. Happy travels.